channel. Today what I'm doing is a like mock SeaWorld itinerary. So there was nothing out there that I could find that really told me a good itinerary with which I should do this, and I am going to put this all in the description below, like what I'm saying. So hopefully you can even like, you know, copy and paste it if you want, or just do a little screenshot of it, and hopefully that will work out good. If not, please comment down below. And also comment down below what you would suggest would be like your first thing to do. So now my mock SeaWorld itinerary, now this would be for myself. Now I have 2 little kids, so they're 5 and 1. Now I originally purchased the quick queue. Looking back now, I would probably not have done that, but for the price I got, which was 15 bucks per person, it was worth that to me to do it. So if I got the quick queue and I was there at, you know, park opening, this would be my sample itinerary, which is what a lot of you would be able to do. I'm going in the middle of summer in July when it's super crowded, right? But actually we're on a Friday as well, so it's even more crowded because it's kind of like a weekend. But yeah, so there's 5 of us total. Those 3 adults, and then there was 2 little kids, and my littlest 1-year-old, she couldn't ride a whole lot of rides, so just keep that in mind. So where I would have went very first thing is to the brand new ride, Infinity Falls. We did not do that because we thought quick queue would work. That only works if you have the quick queue unlimited plus. So I don't know how much that was, but we didn't have it. So I would go to Infinity Falls first, ride that. You are going to get soaking wet though, so be aware. A lot of people wore like ponchos. So I would have done that. They do have rider swap. Oh, I should have said this in my video, but they do have rider swap. So how you do rider swap at SeaWorld is you would go up to the line with all your children in tow, and then the first group goes, and you just tell them, the first group goes in and then they'll give you a card, and so then once the first group gets done, then the second person gets to go through the fast pass line, so like the quick queue. So that would have worked out okay. And I think it would come with like 1 other person. I wish we'd have done that, but we didn't get a chance to because we ended up splitting up during that time, and anyway, it was a disaster a little bit on that. But so I would go to Infinity Falls first if you don't mind to get wet. If you're only wanting to get wet during the hot part of the day, you'll be in line with about 2 hours of time to get in line with everyone else. We actually rode it at night, which was really cool. And it was only about a 20-minute wait, but that was like right before park closing. And so then we had to ride home soaking wet. So I don't know if I would choose that or not. So I would just go first thing, knock it out. After you go do that, I would then directly go over to Sesame Street. Now, since I have little kids, I wouldn't like to backtrack that much. So I'd actually just kind of go around to the right and hit the sea carousel on our way, of course. And then I would do all of the attractions in Sesame Street. That's how I would do it. So because they were end up being like 20 and 30-minute waits, and they don't have quick queue at all. I would do your interactive things. I would do your meet and greets with your different characters. Now the parade's at 2, and you definitely want to get back there in time for that. So just plan accordingly. And then probably at that time, because usually the park opens at about 9, the first Shamu show is at 11:30, and you want to give yourself 20-30 minutes to get over there. So I would probably then go ahead and go on over to Shamu Stadium. You may have time to hit Wild Arctic ride before you do that, so just kind of bear that in mind. And the Wild Arctic ride is definitely something I think you should do. So I would go hit the Wild Arctic ride, then go into the Shamu Stadium, do that show. So you're going to be done about 12:05 at that rate. So if you didn't hit Wild Arctic on the way in, you want to hit it at that point. So then you want to head across the bridge typically. Now here's where it kind of can change up a little bit, but you want to make sure you hit the dolphin show and the sea lion show for sure. Those 2 rides for sure you want to hit. So I would probably then check my times guide. So probably I think there was like I know there was a 3:30 sea lion show, but see, then you got about 3 hours difference, and you want to hit the Sesame Street parade at 2. So what I would probably do is try to hit some of those little aquariums right in there on the left-hand side. Go ahead and hit the Mantu roller coaster if you're wanting to do that, and quick queue it if you are doing that. Then try to hit the 1 o'clock dolphin show, because then really depends on how quick you walk. But so if that ends at about 12:05, hit those aquariums kind of on your way. Go catch a seat at 12:30 at the dolphin show and have someone go get you some food, which would be nice, somewhere close by to get you some food. and watch the dolphin show. That'll end about 1:30. You then kind of want to trek it all the way back to Sesame Street to watch the parade. So that's something, if you're not into Sesame Street, you could skip it, but it was really, really good and really cute. So I'd recommend going back to that. And now, if this happens the next year when Sesame Street is not so popular, you may not have to do that. But so I would do that. Then that's done about 2:30. I would then walk on over to the Sea Lion show and get you a seat about 3 o'clock for the Sea Lion show. Now that one has a mime in front of that. So you do want to get there a little bit for the pre-show with it that goes with that. So then that's at 3:30. You will then be done about 4. Okay, so then at 4, you then have time now to quick queue. If you're doing quick queue, the Mako ride, which is the newer roller coaster, if you're wanting to do that one, which is just to the right kind of the Sea Lion show. You can hit Mako, the shark aquarium area there. You're then able to kind of keep moving around. Go ahead and hit the Journey to Atlantis quick queue, the Kraken quick queue. You did hit the Sea Lion aquarium as well, so just kind of like working your way. Since if you have quick queue, which is what we would have had, and then you could able to do the Kraken, the Journey to Atlantis, the Empire of the Penguin, and as well as hit all those aquariums kind of as you go, and then work your way to that bottom left-hand area that's just like the manatee and the turtle trek. That's usually not too crowded down that way, and then that would actually end up getting you right out as far as your exit. So I know that's kind of a little bit later in the day. So if you want to go straight to Journey to Atlantis, get you wet in that one, that's fine. But that one you don't get super soaked, so do be aware of that. So if you want to even ride it towards the end of the day, it really wouldn't affect you that bad. So that is my sample itinerary that I would have done. The only part of the backtracking I don't like is the Sesame Street parade part again, but that's because of the times and how they line up. We also went during Electric Ocean, so if you'd rather just kind of hang out in the Sesame Street area and knock out that show of Shamu and just kind of wait in that area until parade time, you could do that and then still hit those other 2 shows later in the evening. And that would be fine as well. It kind of just depends. At that itinerary I just gave you, you'd probably be able to leave, I would say, by 6:30 or so. And the park closes at 9 p.m. Or actually later than that, like 10 p.m. So you have plenty of extra time to kind of hit other stuff, Electric Ocean booths and Electric Ocean types of shows. I don't know if I would hit all the other Dolphin and Shamu type shows that are Electric Ocean, because they're going to be a lot of the same types of things, but I really did enjoy the 2 Electric Ocean shows that we did see. The Sea Lions tonight was really quite funny, but there wasn't a whole lot of tricks that goes with that. So if you want to see more tricks, that'd be in the Sea Lions High. The Touch the Sky for the dolphins was fabulous. It was probably the best show that we saw the whole time. Even though Shamu was really, really great too, the One Ocean, but the Touch the Sky with the dolphins was really good. They had 9 dolphins in the show, so that was pretty amazing. So that is my sample SeaWorld itinerary. Yeah, please comment down below what your first stop would be on your SeaWorld itinerary, because I know how I would change it up now while using the quick queue. And again, my itinerary would be different if I did not get the quick queue, especially if I was wanting to ride the roller coasters, because it's kind of at this point kind of got to decide, is roller coasters your priority or Sesame Street? And that kind of depends on the age of your kids. And for us, that would have had to be Sesame Street, but because we bought the quick queue, we actually were able to do it all, even though we kind of messed it up and had more wait times and it stormed. So it kind of had a little bit more than we expected and a little bit longer than we expected, but we still ended up getting to do every single attraction we wanted to do. We did every attraction the entire day. I did not do Mako because I didn't want to ride that type of roller coaster. My dad didn't do Kraken because he'd ridden it before. And Sean didn't ride Mantu, or Manta, whatever the name of it is, because he was starting to get a little bit sick. And same thing in Wild Arctic, because he gets motion sickness. And other than that, everybody rode everything. So it was amazing. So again, definitely recommend SeaWorld. Can't recommend it highly enough. So thanks for watching. God bless and be adventurous, and I'll see you next time. Bye.